wow, I feel so much better. I didn't know I felt bad, but I feel better. Hi, it's Nani, and welcome to the Chronicles of Nani. I was actually kind of afraid I wasn't going to be recording this week. My stomach has been bothering me the last few days. I don't know, well, I really just don't know exactly why. It could be that I had a couple of days where I really didn't move much. I was in the recliner all day, and was taking painkillers because I was, if I'm not moved around, it starts to cause me pain, especially in my legs and my lower back. So the painkillers, which kind of spoil my appetite, and then I've got all of the other MS drugs and the vitamins that I take anyway, way more pills than I ever wanted to believe I'd take. Well, except the vitamins. I'm okay with vitamins. It's just all the drugs that I never wanted to take. And now I actually need them. But with my stomach not feeling so great, whether it's from the drugs or because I hadn't been eating, or I ate something wrong, or my way of eating has changed a little bit since my husband is back at the office, and I'm working on getting to the point where I can change that back. That has a lot to do with what I'd like to talk about, and I hope you'd like to hear about, is that today my stomach is feeling a little bit better, which makes it a perfect day to talk about food, right? In my twisted little Nani logic brain, that makes perfect sense. The first thing I want to do is show off my MS Warrior mug. Believe it or not, in my vast assortment of mugs, I don't have an MS mug. Or I didn't till yesterday. I was actually planning on a different mug for this vlog, and maybe the stomach problems were because wait a couple more days and you'll have the MS mug. And that's just cruel. The mug could have just come in earlier, and I wouldn't have had to have stomach problems to get the mug here. I am an MS warrior. I'm not a victim. I'm not a sufferer. I'm a warrior. I face it. I will not let it defeat me. I've got bad days. Everybody does. But in the end, I'm going to win. And I want that kind of... I've got a t-shirt that says the same thing. Because I want to remind myself all the time that I am a warrior. I am fighting a battle that I can win. Even though sometimes there are bad days, that's true with everybody, chronic illness or not. March is MS Awareness Month. For me, it doesn't end at the end of March. I have an old t-shirt that I still wear from time to time that says that March is MS Awareness Month. But in my family, it's also January, February, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So Awareness Month is a great thing, but don't let awareness and thought about people that have different illnesses or challenges in their life go away. Now, on to talking about MS food. I've actually always been a pretty healthy eater. Even as a little kid, I loved salad and I loved vegetables. And there were a few other things that I really liked. I mean, I liked hot dogs. What kid doesn't like hot dogs? But the most of the time you had to kind of really coax me to eat my meat. And I never wanted bread with dinner. If we had a little side dish with pasta or cheesy shells, something like that, I didn't need anything else with that. I didn't need a slice of bread or anything like that. But when I was no longer able to walk, and I was pretty much in the wheelchair or sitting in the recliner, and it was an aide or my husband that was making food for me, that was bringing me lunch or dinner, I started changing the way that I was eating. I bought a lot more already prepared meals that could just be stuck in the microwave, and cans of soup and things that were processed all over the place and already made that would make it easier, because I didn't want to seem bossy. I didn't want to seem like I was being grouchy with the, I want you to make me this from scratch or anything like that. And I didn't realize it because I was going through so many changes and so many things, symptoms that were making me feel worse. And the fact that I had gotten to the point where I could no longer walk anymore. That was weighing really heavy on my mind as well. So I wasn't thinking about the fact that, changing the food and changing to a lot of the simpler to make foods, and just make me get me something from fast food or whatever, was actually making me feel worse. A few years ago, David had dropped me off at the Mellon Center for MS at Cleveland Clinic because I had a couple of appointments with my doctors. And while I was in the waiting room, they had the closed circuit continuous loop of stuff that we'd like you to read about it or to see about while you're watching TV waiting for your doctor. And they were talking about MS food and the really pushing that the Mediterranean diet was the greatest diet in the world for MS, for helping keep your symptoms at bay, for just in general making you feel better. And I'd heard about the Mediterranean diet before, wasn't really sure what all was entailed in the Mediterranean diet. So when I got home, I did some web searching. In reading through the Mediterranean diet, finding out what that is, and I went to lots of different web pages and found out this is the way I used to always eat anyway. It really was a lot of fresh things and things that are made from scratch, but simple, because back in the days when I could stand and I could do my own cooking and stuff, I was still lazy. I didn't want to spend all day making something except goodies at Christmas time, because like I said, I like good food and I'm a pretty good cook, but I'm lazy. So I don't write recipes that take a lot of detail and a lot of time. And I don't usually look through it, hey, this looks like a good recipe, and try that out if it's going to take a lot of time. So I would think that any aide that's coming in to help me and someday even my husband would be able to, if you can turn on the stove or the oven, or turn on a blender or open a can with beans or a bottle with olives in it, then you can cook the stuff that I write and the stuff that I pull off of online, because it's really that simple to make, and it's delicious food, and lots of fresh vegetables, lots of salads, lots of fish, and that's one thing that when I was a kid I had to be forced to eat meat, but I loved fish, and I did not have to be forced to eat fish. I am back to eating lots of fish, and I'm really enjoying that, because that's part of the Mediterranean diet. It's eating natural things, eating the things that are in season, so you're eating fresh food. The entire use olive oil because that's the healthiest oil. With the exception of using butter cooking spray on my air pop popcorn, I have olive oil, I have an olive oil spritzer, I have olive oil cooking spray. I pretty much cook everything on olive oil anyway. So it's food that was like food I had eaten before I switched to the processed stuff. And when I started eating the MS-friendly Mediterranean style again, within a week, I just felt a ton better. It was sort of I didn't realize that I wasn't feeling great until a week after switching back to the way that I used to eat. That it's like, wow, I feel so much better. I didn't know I felt bad, but I feel better. So I'm putting together my folder on my desktop that's got all the recipes that I cook from. And I definitely have some favorites. I have an Instapot that makes great big pots of soup from scratch in like an hour, hour and a half. And I have frozen soups in my downstairs freezer that you pull out the soup, you throw it in the fridge, let it thaw overnight, and you got lunch tomorrow, and it's fantastic stuff. One of the other things I really wanted to mention, because I have different recipes that are my favorites. One of the recipes is actually from Weight Watchers, and it's baked chicken and vegetables that include grape tomatoes and artichokes with Greek spices, and oh my god, it's so good, and it's one of my favorite things to prepare, and it doesn't take a lot of effort to put it together and have it ready to go in the oven. It makes 2 servings. I don't know that my husband would be so interested in that one. So it's serving for me and a serving for me tomorrow. And that's a Weight Watcher recipe. It's altered slightly, more spices, because I like things with more spices, not burn your tongue off spices so you can't taste the food. Spices as in the aromatic spices that just really make the flavor of the food. But I also have found that it's not just me that impresses me as far as Mediterranean type cooking. A friend sent me a text to a place that had some top Mediterranean salad recipes, and she said, I know you will love this, and there are some things that look like you would really like them, and I'll come over and we'll make some of them. So I went and I checked it out, and it took me to the Mediterranean dish. which is now one of my bookmarked and almost always open and favorite sites to go to. I'm on the mailing list, so I get my weekly 5 ideas for dinners for this week, and just the recipes are fabulous. Suzy was born in Port Said, Egypt. So cosmopolitan area, right on the shores, and just a quick boat away from Italy and Greece and places where you had so many wonderful flavors of Mediterranean style food. And when she was 17, she moved to the United States and to pursue her degree. Actually, I think it's degrees. And in 2014, she started her blog, The Mediterranean Dish, where she shared her Mediterranean recipes for different foods that she made, and just some incredible stuff. Starting with the salads, I hope I'm not butchering the name of it, the paella salad was the first one that I tried to make, and it introduced me to some new spices, which I'm always interested in trying some new spices. And in working especially in seeing the recipes on her website, it's definitely increased my spice drawer. Sumac has become one of the spices that I use quite a lot in salads. And so that's added a little bit of change and a little bit of flavor to my life, and I definitely appreciate that. And she's now also got a YouTube channel, because she does video of most of the recipes that she's got. She tells you all about the recipe. There is a printable form of the recipe, and there is a video showing you how she makes the recipe. And it's a fabulous site to go to. And I have to admit that there are more Mediterranean dish recipes in my recipe folder than there are written by Nani recipes, because there's so much that I've made that from the Mediterranean dish that it doesn't need any changes. It's just perfect. I've made sheet pan shrimp and vegetables. The paella salad, like I said, was the first thing that I've made. There's a chickpea and feta salad. I think one of my favorite soups is a Mediterranean chickpea soup. That is, oh my goodness, I think the last time I made a double batch. So it's all in the freezer, and I eat it often because it's so good. So that's something I will definitely suggest to check out her YouTube page and her page, because the web page will give you the full recipe, and the YouTube page will give you exactly how everything is done. And she's a beautiful woman inside and out, and she's just got a great character when she's making the food, and she definitely shows you that it's simple and it's fun. And like I said, I'm kind of addicted to checking out her page as often as I can, because her recipes are fantastic, and it's the area she was born in, and recipes that she was handed down, and then that she's learned from what she ate as a child. So it's as authentic as when I make gnocchi with homemade sauce. It's that good. It's the real deal. So there are just lots of wonderful, wonderful things to definitely try out from her side as well. So I hope you've gotten something out of listening to me talking about food and the wonderful, tasty pictures of food and the way that what you eat can make you feel so much better, even when you don't realize that there's better to feel. Definitely take a look at Suzy's blog, The Mediterranean Dish. That's not a paid promotion, that's just a personal addiction. But definitely worth checking out. Remember that in my blog details on YouTube, there is the URL and information on how to get to both her website and to her YouTube channel. And this is the point where I encourage you to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. If you watch every week, why haven't you subscribed? And if you're binge watching and you've gotten this far, you've got to subscribe. There's got to be some reason why you've watched everything up until now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I'm told that I have a welcoming and happy smile, and you make that smile a little bit bigger every time that number goes up. So at this point, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any tricks that you use as far as things that you eat that make you feel really great, and you want to share that information, please share it. Share it with me, share it with everybody else that's watching in the comments, because I would love to hear it. And in the meantime, the Chronicles of Nani blog premieres every Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I am here every Friday, so we can chat if you want to chat. Just come on over to the YouTube channel and we can chat while we're watching together. And in the meantime, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I hope you have a delicious week. And I will see you, or at least I will be seen by you, after next Friday.